So here are a few other cranky-like projects, kinetic, made with the help of the copy machine, that I thought you might be interested in. The Ice Palace, the very first of the kinetic projects. And here we go. A skater appears on the rink. And more, through the magic of transparencies, Xeroxing onto plastic, cutting it into strips, taping the strips together. And then, as you can see from above, you get people going in different directions, which is really exciting to the eye. Just using spools from sewing, a couple of bolts, and that's it. So after that came finger films. These are little tubes of paper with a transparency with an image on it, usually, and another image on another tube that fits inside, and it's just turned like that. And so you get the Tour de Congo, running time 13 hours. This film has been reformatted to fit your screen. And away he goes. Buckle up, it's a long trip. Made a number of these, different styles. This one very similar, Lost in the Alhambra, starring Vera de Vries, with lots of information about the movie and the filmmaker. Same deal. This one doesn't turn as well. These have been stored in a box, but works the same way. You could make one that works this way. This is a long speech made for a lawyer friend of mine. Great moments in jurisprudence. Goes that way. With, for premium or platinum viewers, the finger support. More than one movie. Noelplex, made for a friend of mine named Noel. 4 different movies at once. You get the idea. Sometimes you do something a little different inside. So this is white graying into black and then going back to white, and that becomes day and night in the desert year. Running time 365 days. This one is a museum, Circus Outreach. Yes, the display of the great woolly flea. Time shown at the bottom shows begin at 8 p.m. Tension mounts as you turn the tube, and eventually you come around to that amazing scene. That is a cicada shell that's been mounted on a piece of black paper with a little image of a human for scale. So, lots of possibilities. What else? I remember the Verb Wheels from 7th grade Spanish and started making my own, but not with verb tenses. There's a little poem from Winnie the Pooh, solo and chorus, the more it snows, tiddly palm, etc. You could have more boxes, as in the Verdi aria identifier. All kinds of information, all of it untrue here. So you do a lot of cutting and pasting and figuring out where material should go. I put it back on it so I can't easily show you, but you know, this piece of paper has all kinds of stuff printed on it. This one's simpler, just two. A long, endless argument between a husband and wife about, oh, can't even remember what. It just goes on and on and on, and eventually repeats itself. That was a simpler one. The 1 minute Cajun, handy if you're going to Louisiana, where I spent some time. Same deal. So basically you have to figure out where your orbits are and where your text and images go. And it's really great. It works. It's fun. Finally, you have a use for those little brads, right? Some I made don't have any print at all. This one is just an image, and it's more like a puzzle. The idea is to figure out what goes where and complete the picture. Kids like these. So that's those. A book of Victorian games showed me this thing with two images that go back and forth. It looks easy. It actually has a tendency to get caught, and I didn't find these too successful, but they're kind of fun. Somewhat related is putting two images together, and this is a bucking bronco. There he is, way up in the air. You can see the horse's forelegs here, his head here, and the rider up there at the top. And then there the horse has his back legs on the ground. This one doesn't have a frame that stops it, so it solves the problem of getting caught, but yeah, actually, doesn't really work that way. Needs some work. What else? You remember being a kid, being in the car, passing a bar while your parents were on some trip, and there was the cocktail glass changing color. I remember that too, and so I decided to try to make a piece that would duplicate that. So I cut these out by hand, laboriously, and then have a circular piece that has different colors on it. It's a little hard to operate, but you can see. There we go. So that occupied that orbit, but I had some room over here for the light, for the L in hotel to go in and out. Again, white, gray, black. And for some signs for where parking is. So really it should go, yeah, it should go like that. You could do better. I tried to do better myself. This is a more complicated one. Has 3 levels. Cutouts in the front, images in the back that I can't show you, and the center part turns a piece with cutouts. And so this way you don't have to cut out a cocktail glass, really. You just show the whole cocktail glass and you have it masked or revealed by what you're turning. Here we go. Am I turning the right way? Probably goes this way.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So those are a few ideas for you. Have fun.